gameranx presents the top 10 new Wii U games of 2016. These are our most anticipated Wii U games releasing in 2016, and I gotta be honest, they're pretty much the only Wii U games releasing. Now, before you even just stop. Look, okay, maybe the Wii U sucks, maybe it's not as great as it was, but the people who do own the console are happy to have one because every once in a while it does get a good game or two. So with that little disclaimer being said, let's get started off with number 10. Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games is a video game title I never thought I'd be saying, but here we are. These Mario and Sonic Olympic games actually do very well and sell a lot, and they're not that bad. These games usually release for a Nintendo console and a handheld, so this time around it's for Wii U and 3DS, and the game features 2 new game modes including golf and rugby. Along with that, there are new characters such as Zaz, Rogue, and Jet from Sonic the Hedgehog, and Diddy Kong and Nabbit from the Mario series. I think it's pretty safe to assume that there's going to be an arcade version of this, and there's going to be some amiibo stuff, but we don't know exactly what the details are yet. And at number 9, we have Yooka-Laylee. Yooka-Laylee is a 3D platforming game and is kind of like a spiritual successor to the Banjo-Kazooie games. It's being made by a bunch of ex-Rare employees and was successfully kickstarted in 2015. It's being released for all the major consoles, and thankfully Wii U is getting it too. Yooka-Laylee does look like your typical classic platformer fare with the main character with another little character on top of his head that can do certain tricks and abilities and stuff like that. So far, Yooka-Laylee hasn't exactly shown what other tricks it has up its sleeve, but we're looking forward to seeing that. At number 8, we have Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. This is a mashup of the 2 games Shin Megami Tensei and, of course, Fire Emblem. This is an RPG produced by Atlus coming out for Wii U. According to Famitsu, this game is going to be pretty dense and taking over 30 hours to complete the main story. This is an RPG with a lot of dungeon exploration and turn-based party combat. Both games in these series have combat where enemies are weak to specific elements like fire or ice and stuff like that, so the gameplay here is going to feel pretty familiar. It's got a bunch of characters and story elements from both titles, and it's shaping up to look like a pretty cool mashup. We're keeping an eye on this one. And at number 7, we have Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9 is a spiritual successor to Keiji Inafune's Mega Man. For those of you that don't know, Mega Man is a really freaking awesome and very difficult game that's been around since before some of you were born. This was a huge Kickstarter in 2013, and the goal was met under 2 days. That being said, the development has gone on for a very long time. It's being released for all the major systems and has overgone a couple of different facelifts, but it's shaping up to still look like a pretty cool, fun little Mega Man style platformer game. I feel like the style and look and gameplay of this game just totally lends itself to a Nintendo platform, so it makes sense that it's going to be on Wii U. And at number 6, we have Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Yet another Kickstarter serving as a return to form for a legendary game developer. This one's being produced by Koji Igarashi, the legendary creator of the Castlevania series. This game looks and feels very much like a classical Castlevania game, and that is totally fine. Bloodstained has a very gorgeous looking 2.5D style, with a cool main character named Miriam who gains powers by killing enemies and getting crystals on her body. Along with that, there's weapons and armor crafting. Kickstarter mega hits like this game really prove that people just want new versions of very classic and beloved games, and it's very cool to see creators being able to go back to a return to form. And Bloodstained is a perfect example of that, and we can't wait to play it. And at number 5, we have LEGO's Marvel Avengers. This Avengers game is releasing on all the major consoles, but these lighter, younger style games sometimes lend themselves better to a Nintendo console. Now, myself, like many other people, when they first saw this game, it's like, we already had LEGO Marvel. Why do we have this LEGO Avengers game that seems like the exact same thing? Well, I can tell you that I have played this at an E3 event, and it seems like this time around they're really making it more fun and engaging to play in terms of combat and giving players active, actual things to do. You're not dumped in a boring open world this time with way too many characters at your disposal. This time around, they've really honed on the actual gameplay scenarios, combat, and systems. And I'm all about that because a fun LEGO game is a very fun LEGO game. And at number 4, we have Twilight Princess HD. Like many of the other newer Zelda titles, Twilight Princess can be a little divisive. Some people absolutely love it, and some people hate it. I fall a little bit in the middle. I like the characters, I like the darker, grittier tone of the game, but after a while, playing as a wolf really got boring. That being said, if you think wolves are awesome, you probably are going to really like Twilight Princess, especially if you never played it before. It's getting the HD treatment this year, and you'll be able to play it. And while we don't like to always put HD remakes on our list, this one, you know, a remake of a Zelda game is always good, because newer access to a Zelda game is always pretty awesome. And the coolest part, if you're one of those suckers who really likes amiibo, like myself, you can buy a version of the game that comes with a Wolf Link amiibo, and it looks pretty nice. Nintendo HD remakes are great and all, Wind Waker was really cool, but I'm still waiting for that Super Mario Sunshine remake. And at number 3, we have Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament is the Wii U version of the Japanese arcade game that is a crossover of Tekken meeting Pokemon. So basically, yeah, it's a Pokemon fighting game, and it makes complete sense and looks totally awesome. Ever since the arcade version was announced, I've been obsessing over footage. This game looks like a blast, and I can't wait for it to hit the Wii U in North America. You can play as Machoke and punch Charizard in his stupid face. I've always wanted to do that. And it looks like now this year I'll finally be able to live that dream. And at number 2, we have Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero looks pretty cool. It looks very much like a return to form to Star Fox 64. This time around, you have a ship that can transform and actually turn into a little mech that runs around on the ground. Star Fox Zero doesn't look to reinvent the wheel too much, though. It does look to stick to that classic, simple shooting formula. And you know what? I'm okay with that. What's really gonna matter is the controls. Is it gonna control great? Because seeing this at events, it seemed to be a little iffy. But that being said, it was just a preview, so time will tell if this is really awesome. But regardless of that, it's a new Star Fox, and Nintendo fans like myself love Star Fox, so we can't wait to get another one. That's why it's on this list, and that's why it's one of our most anticipated. And at number 1, the most anticipated thing on our list is The Legend of Zelda. This new Legend of Zelda game is hotly debated. Is it even really gonna make it as a Wii U title? Some people think it's just gonna be pushed and completely be released on Nintendo's apparent next console with the rumored codename the NX. Whatever console it comes out for, hopefully Wii U, so I don't have to buy another damn useless console. I really can't wait to play it just because I love Zelda. I know you probably do too if you're watching this video. The cool thing around though, this time it seems like it's a full open world, which is going to be very interesting for a Zelda design game. I really hope that it doesn't hurt it, but I like to think that these types of developers don't just hop on board with trends if it doesn't make sense. I really, really hope so. I think I'm just making excuses for this new Zelda game now. That being said, though, what we have seen of it, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Link looks a little different. Link might be a girl. I don't really know what's going on. But hey, we're just gonna have to wait and see. That being said, though, it is the most anticipated Wii U game for us, and that's why it's number 1 on our list. We've also got some bonus games, believe it or not. First, we have Shantae, the half-genie hero. And we also have Project Guard / Project Giant Robot. So guys, those are the top 10 new, most anticipated Wii U games releasing in 2016. I look forward to most of you guys just trashing Wii U in the comments. But if you are in the minority and you are a Wii U owner like me, let's talk in the comments. What games are you looking forward to dust off and play on your Wii U this year? Let us know, and if you did have a good time, click the like button because that really helps us out, and if you like it, we could do more Nintendo videos. Also, subscribing is a good idea because we